Hi, in this video I'm going to go over what you'll receive in your Sonar 2U package. First, bringing out of the box, you'll get your charger, which will handle 2 batteries, and it'll all be preset for the battery voltage and amperage. Next, you'll get your remote, which I've also have it preset for this boat, and there's also a booklet in there if you have any other questions or concerns about programming. And then you'll go to you'll pull your boat, and inside this box we'll have a LiPo safe battery holder, and then you'll have a 2-pack of batteries. In this box you'll have your SD card reader, so you can plug it into your computer whenever you're done with the survey. And then you'll have your LiPo batteries in this LiPo safe case that's approved for shipping. So we'll ship this to you, and you'll ship it to us back in this case. And it's also for safe storage. And it'll have 2 10,000 milliamp batteries included. I'm going to discuss charging the batteries and how to hook up your charger to the batteries properly. Whenever you receive your package, it's always a good idea to charge your batteries before ever going out in the field. And I'll show you how to do that. So in your charger box, you're going to get the charger itself, and then the cabling required to charge both batteries. First, you'll have your main power cord, which goes straight into the back of the charger here. Then you'll have 2 main charger power leads, which will be plugged in here and here, and it's color coded red and black. So you want to make sure you get them all in the proper orientation. And then you're going to plug in the balancing ports. You'll have 2, 1 for each side. And these have tabs on them, so they only go in one direction. There. And there. Next, what you'll want to do is take your batteries, and then you want to make sure you have them separated. One side's for battery A, one side's for battery B. Then you'll take this, you'll plug these together, and then you also want to plug in your balancing port so it charges each cell evenly, so you're not overcharging one cell. And these are also, they have little tabs here, so it only plugs in one direction. You'll do the same for the other side. Okay. Then you'll plug it in to the wall, and now you can see I've already got the chargers preset for the voltage and the amperage required to charge these batteries. You can toggle between the sides with the channel button. So whenever you're on the selected side that has the battery you want to charge, you'll press start, press and hold start, and it'll beep. And it'll check the battery to confirm that's what it is. And then press start again, and it'll start charging. To charge the other battery, hit the channel button, press and hold start, it'll beep, check the battery, and then just hit start to confirm, and the charging will start on the other battery. And whenever the battery is completely charged, it'll shut off that side and continue charging the other side until it's full. And when it's full, both sides will say full, they'll flash full, and it'll shut the charger off. And if you want to stop the charging for any reason, there's a stop button. Just press stop. And if you want to stop the other side, press channel. It'll bring it over here, and then press stop, and that'll stop your charging. In this video, I'm going to be going over the components of the boat itself. So inside the battery box, you've got your SD card reader, your GPS antenna, as well as you have 2 hookups, 2 battery hookups, and they'll be wired in parallel. So you can run with 1 battery, or you can hook up 2 batteries, depending on the lagoon size. I like to run 2 batteries just so I'm safe and I'm covered, and I know the boat's not going to lose power. This is going to be where your radio, your remote control is picked up to the boat. This is your power switch, on, off, and then the light. It's basically just for visibility when you get across your lagoon so you can see it. And then you have grab points. You got your handle here. You can grab it here. And also you have this eyelet up here. Whenever I put it into the water, I always put it with the motor first so that your motor's not sitting on the ground. It's out in the water a little farther. So this is the motor or the thruster, what drives the boat. You'll always want to check and be sure that this is clean and free of debris before you take off. Otherwise, you're really going to have poor performance, any kind of foreign object in there. So also around the motor, we've got these bars that you can see here. They go down past the motor, so if you come across cable or ropes or anything for aerators or for whatever reason, you can just go perpendicular to that rope and you can just skip right over it. You won't get hung up. And then this here is actually the sonar unit that will send out the pulse so it can read the depth. We've also got stabilizers here on both sides, and it helps the boat it just keeps it more stable so it doesn't rock and tilt, and some more accurate reading. So whenever you hook up your batteries, we've got these connectors, and they only go together one way. Like one end's a circle and one side's a D. You can run the boat, like I said, with one battery, and it'll turn on and run just like that. Or you can hook up both batteries and run them both. And also, whenever you put your SD card in, I think it'll go just like this into the reader, and you'll hear it click, and that means it's locked in. When you're going to do a survey, you always want to make sure that SD card is in and clicked in before you turn the power on, or whatever survey you do will not record to the SD card. It's very important that it's in before the power is turned on. And then you just snap these down, so that'll be all watertight. And then turn your remote power on, it's a switch. And then you'll be able to, you want to check your operation before you go put it in the water to be sure it moves freely side to side, forward and reverse. And then this remote also has a cruise control, which I have preset. Just click the button and you get phone pace. And then just click it again to turn it off. Upon completion of your survey, flip your power switch to off, and then you'll want to retrieve the SD card. So just open this box, and then right up here where you put it in earlier, just click it, and it'll come out. And then just pull it out, and then take it to your computer and put the information on there. Hi, in this video, I'm going to demonstrate what you're going to do whenever you get to the water and you're ready to perform your survey. First, go to your box. You'll want to take out your boat, and then you'll unsnap these two latches and take your SD card, insert it into the SD card reader face up, push it in, and you'll hear it click. And whenever it stays in, that means it's fully inserted and ready to record. Next, grab your batteries. You're going to want to hook them up, one to each side. You can run one battery at a time if you want to. I always run two just so I know that I'm safe and I'm not going to lose battery while I'm doing my survey. So these are very easy to hook up. One side is shaped like a T, one side is just a circle, and it only goes together one way. Put that one together, put your next one together, and then I'll leave them sit out here. Down inside the box, there's some lights, and we'll show you that in a little bit. They're gonna, whenever you turn on your power switch here, these lights will light up red and green. And whenever you have to wait for it to turn blue, and that indicates that it's ready to record. And on the side, there's the power switch, and you'll just want to slide it forward, and then you'll see all your display come up. And then before you put it in the water, you'll want to check the operation of the motor to be sure it turns both directions and it goes forward and reverse. And whenever you verified that and that the motor's clean and free of any debris, you're ready to set it in the water. All right, now we're ready to set the boat into the water. We got it in the middle handle and also here to help guide. And notice you want to make sure that you set it in a place that's not full of weeds or trash or anything that's going to get caught up in the motor. Hinder its performance. So you set it out, nice and easy. And then just push it it out towards the center of the lagoon. Then you'll pick up your remote and you'll be ready to take off. Now that you're finishing up your survey, you're ready to bring the boat in. So up to the bank, you're going to want to turn off the cruise control and manually bring it in. And you want to bring it in nice and easy so you don't wreck it into whatever material you have on your slope. You're going to want to open the lid to retrieve your SD card. Then all you have to do is press in on the SD card, and it'll pop out. Pull it out the rest of the way. Okay, now that you have the top of firm number, you're going to want to get the number from your base station to the water. So what you'll do is you come down to the water, put the water with the bottom, raise this up until it's in the center, and it'll beep at you. So right there, our number is 7 feet and 4 inches. So then you'll take that 7 feet and 4 inches and we'll write it down, and then we'll do the math to get our top of firm to water elevation measurement. Okay, now that you've measured your firm and your water, you're going to have those numbers. So your water is 7 feet 4 inches, and the firm measurement was 3 feet 4 inches. You'll take those numbers and subtract, and you'll get 4 feet is the difference. So that means that from the top of your firm to your water level is 4 feet. Now we go back to our engineering drawing. We have to find the top firm elevation, which is 434 here, and then the bottom elevation of the lagoon itself, which here is 424. So that gives us 10 feet. We have 10 feet from the top of the firm to the bottom of your lagoon. Okay, so then you take your 10 feet, and then you take that 4 feet that you measured earlier from the top of the water level, because that's just airspace. We don't read airspace. So you're going to take 10 feet minus your 4 feet, which gets you a total water depth of 6 feet. This total water depth is very important that this is accurate at the time of survey so that we can give you the most accurate report. So upon completion of your survey, what you want to do is remove the SD card from the SD card reader on the boat, and then you'll put it into the supplied SD card reader. It'll click, indicating it's locked in, and then you'll want to take your reader to a computer and plug that in to a USB port, and then it'll open up. Now what it'll say is CSV Lagoon. It'll be an Excel file. Open that up, and then you'll see it says new lagoon started, and this is where it started recording. You'll have your latitude, your longitude, and your water depth. And you can see there's several data points. For instance, this file has 2,472. Yours may be different. You may have more, you may have less. It just depends on the size of the lagoon and how long the boat was in the water. Also, what you'll want to do is fill out your sludge survey data sheet. Just put your information, the date and location in the top, and then you'll have to draw out your lagoons. And what you want to do is put your lagoon name in each one of your drawings, and then indicate which lagoon was surveyed first. For instance, this one was surveyed first, and it's named cell 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that in the cell 1 column. Whenever you have the data sheet filled out and also your CSV, your Excel file saved to your computer, what you're going to need to do is email both pieces of information to the email supplied with your Sonar package so that we can generate a report.
When we take the information off the SD card out of the boat, we put it into our proprietary software, and you'll end up with 3 images. one image will be of the lagoon and the boat path, the path that the boat took during collecting all the data. And then also you'll get a topographical map, and that's what this is. It shows the elevations of the sludge throughout the whole lagoon. And with the green being the lowest, brown, and then blue would be the highest. And then also it'll produce a 3D image of the sludge in the lagoon. And actually it shows here, the green is actually at the highest point, and then the browns, you can see those in detail. And there's a chart on the side of the graph that tells you that the deepest and the most concentrated.
So now that we've got our number for our water to the top of the berm at 1.5, you're gonna go back to your bottom elevation and your top of berm elevation or top of levee elevation. You're gonna have to take your top of berm elevation was 443.6, subtract your bottom elevation of 434.5. That'll give you a total lagoon depth from the top of your berm to the very bottom of the lagoon at 9.1. And then you're gonna go back and get your 1.5 because that's the number that you got whenever you did your water, the top of the water to the top of the lagoon, the berm is 1.5. So you're gonna take your total lagoon depth of 9.1, subtract your airspace, which is your water to the top of the lagoon, at 1.5, and you're gonna have a total water depth of 7.6 feet. And that's how you get your water depth.